Every second, the world around us is changing. Flying cars, artificial intelligence, instant messaging, and life on space stations all seemed impossible 100 years ago. So what could be waiting for us in another 50 years? We promise you won't have to wait long to find out.
My name is Kate.
And I'm Talish.
And we're gonna tell you about the future.
Which starts today.
Now you can grow a new organ or print it on a 3D printer.
I ruined it!
Which exceptional abilities are already accessible for everyone?
Kind of feel like an alien hockey player at this point.
And how do they really look? The Iron Man and Iron Lady.
So it's kind of like bridging that gap between future imagination and reality.
What are nanorobots? And will these medically engineered tiny robots really be able to cure every disease?
All these technologies are kind of like nuclear power.
How will these technologies change life in 50 years? Do you want to see it right now?
This is such a nice restaurant. Happy birthday, honey. I've got a present for you.
Wow, that's so nice of you. I can't wait to see it.
What's that?
Damn it. Silent mode was supposed to be activated.
Heart failure. Change immediately. 10 minutes remaining.
Don't worry, buddy. Your new heart is on the way.
Whoa, he looks pretty good for 150. Whoa, where am I?
Happy birthday, honey. Guess who's given you a new heart?
We have!
Happy birthday!
This wonderful future will soon become a part of our reality.
I wonder what it's gonna be like when you can change your organs like you would your socks.
Yes, we'll be able to live up to 150 years old because it will become as easy to make a new liver, lungs, or kidney as this poster.
Ugh! It took me so long to make that. Look at these flowers.
I don't like flowers. They die too quickly.
When it comes to a poster, everything is clear. But how can we print a human organ? Let's see. Usually laboratories don't seem like much fun, but something really special is going on here.
Действительно, есть принтеры, которые печатают дома и даже оружие, а есть принтеры, которые печатают настоящие органы.
You can print a real functioning thyroid gland just like this?
Мы делаем только это немножко поменьше. Мы печатали конструкт миллиметр на миллиметр, и мы делали это для мышек.
Oh, a little smaller.
On a daily basis, Yusuf Haswani and his team do a job which 10 years ago might have seemed like a scene from a science fiction movie.
Принтинг очень похож на тот процесс, которым мы занимаемся каждое утро, выдавливание зубной пасты. Только представьте, что вы используете не тюбик, а очень точные специальные форсунки, которые позволяют выдавливать подобного рода материалы в размерах 50 микрон, то есть, например, меньше человеческого волоса.
Where is it? I want to see.
Right here at your site. It's Fabian.
Even though this machine looks nothing like printer at all, this very machine has helped Russian scientists make the first printed thyroid, which in 2015 was successfully transplanted into a rat.
This specific one will take around 10 minutes.
It is so fast.
Готово?
Let's print the thyroid gland.
Boom! These are called bioinks. Compared to the ordinary ones, they consist of living cells and a mix of polymers. Scientists call them spheroids. This is the way 3D printer creates a model of the organ needed. But for now, it is only a draft. I want to touch it.
It's like jam.
I ruined it! I think I just ruined everything. With one little touch. How can you sustain the form then if it's so jelly?
It needs to be friendly for cells. If it's too hard, the cells cannot walk and migrate.
Then they put the printed organ into an incubator. Here it matures. The spheroids adhere to each other and the organ becomes a living entity. But something has gone wrong with this very thyroid. I can't believe I ruined it! Anyway, it took 10 minutes to print, so I hope it's not a big deal.
I still don't get it. How is this going to help us live till we're 150?
Just as a car from the 80s is able to function in 2018.
Right, because a car never breaks down as a whole, only its parts fail over time, like the transmission and the engine and the suspension.
Yeah, the same with a person. The car age is not so important. What is important is the age and the worn-out state of each and every part. If you change them quite often, your car can live forever.
Hey, take it easy. I'm not like a Rockefeller to change my heart 5 times.
He changed it 7 times.
Whatever.
And actually, we're quite far from creating organs of such complexity.
That's what you think. Actually, the technology to create a heart already exists.
Each flask in this Krasnodar laboratory is a real bioreactor in which scientists make new organs. It seems unreal, but here is what a living heart incubated on a biological frame looks like.
Проблема отторжения донорских органов, она связана с тканевой несовместимостью и весьма индивидуальна. Вот есть очень крупный пациент. Ему маленькое женское сердце посадить нельзя, потому что оно не справится со всей кровеносной системой, с объемом крови, который надо перекачать.
This is why scientists are now trying to make a one-size-fits-all heart. They use lab animals for their experiments. First, the donor heart is completely cleared of any living tissue. Then, a special stem cell broth is injected into the frame. The cells start dividing intensively and step by step shape muscles and nerve fibers.
Этот каркас может направлять клетки в нужном направлении и создавать именно ту структуру, которую мы хотим получить. То есть, если это каркас сердца, мы получим сердце. Если это каркас почки, мы получим почку.
This heart is only 2 days old. In a week, the cells will form tissue and then muscles. In a month, the heart will start beating. However, such an organ will only survive a couple of hours.
I still don't get it. Why would they want to grow hearts when it's easier and faster to print them on a 3D printer?
Because our world doesn't allow us to print big, complex organs on a 3D printer.
I see. Bureaucracy and corruption.
You'd think so, but it's actually gravity.
Gravitational force causes living cells to adhere to each other layer by layer. The problem occurs when these upper layers start pressing on the lower ones. The heart gets distorted.
Now scientists are trying to solve the problem with the help of strong magnets or sound fields.
Когда собираете снежок, вы же его не делаете послойно, вы его собираете одновременно с разных сторон.
The spheroids can only properly shape themselves into a body organ without interference from gravity. To make a human organ on Earth, we would need a magnet the size of a multi-story building. Nevertheless, our scientists have found another solution: to print organs in orbit. This 3D printer was sent to the ISS last year. Is it really possible that we will soon succeed in getting direct deliveries from space?
We need all this crap.
I can't do that.
Come on, empty the truck. Huh, a robotic leg is a great help in a fight. You want to bet who's got more guns?
That's right.
I thought we were a part of a documentary series, not a Marvel movie. Do you think this could really happen in 50 years?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? Come on, an X-ray vision? A guy kicked off the guard so hard he flew off. Bionic arms like Dr. Octopus? Come on, who has an arm like that anyway?
Lots of people have bionic limbs. The only reason you don't notice them is because they don't stand out.
Hi. Victoria, welcome to my house.
Victoria Modeste is a famous singer and model. Today, she is preparing for her new photo shoot. She takes the process of choosing footwear very seriously because the shoes must perfectly fit her prosthesis. In showbiz, she's called the female cyborg and the first bionic singer in the world.
This particular leg lights up the future bionic body looks like. And this is kind of really where it all started. And this was a very transformative piece.
Until quite recently, she could not even imagine that one day she would wear high heels and walk the runway.
I had a breached birth, and the doctors didn't know about that. And they pulled my hand and my leg, and they dislocated my hip and my foot. By the time I was 6, it was about 7 centimeters shorter than the other one.
But at the age of 20, she made a decision which shocked many people.
So when I had my amputation at the age of 20, after 5 years of fighting with my surgeons, I kind of decided that I will be able to redesign my body in whatever way I wanted to. Kind of like, it gave me the inspiration to go way further. Being able to neurally control prosthetics is definitely the future. There are some sensors that you put in a muscle that would be able to control a bionic limb.
Bionic prostheses are our present, but I've discovered a technology that we've only seen in science fiction movies until now.
For people suffering from any kind of physical trauma, like an accident, it might seem like the only way for them to ever get back on their feet is with the help of technology. But in the future, even the term bedridden will be a thing of the past because of exoskeletons. So is this only a one body type suit, or will you make other suits for different body types?
It works for anyone who's lighter than 100 kilos.
Thank goodness.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I went to the gym this week, so we're doing good. Feel like Iron Man. This is my Tony Stark moment. Can I stand up now? Ah! Oh my God. That's crazy. I can't control my body at all. Okay, wow, that is insane.
This is how it works. Electronics make every movement for a person who can't move. Steps, sitting up, climbing stairs, nothing's impossible. Gyroscopes respond to the body's bending and turn the whole suit in the right direction.
Well, what's cool about this is that it takes work. Like, even though you think this machine is working for you, it does take a lot of work to make sure you hold yourself up, you don't fall on the floor.
Developmental engineers are sure that the exoskeleton is a system capable of learning. Now, it works in accordance with the software, which has been written beforehand. But in the future, it will respond directly to human thoughts and will be able to carry out more complex tasks.
Если, скажем, сейчас человек может там поднять 100 килограммов, или там чемпионы, может быть, поднимают там и 200, то, я думаю, с помощью такого экзоскелета это могут быть и тонны, и там десятки тонн.
I'm a bit scared of a future ahead of us.
Why? I mean, imagine being able to update yourself with the latest technology. I mean, imagine being able to move beyond nature, like being able to punch through a concrete wall.
Ow! My
or jump as high as a balcony. There would be no obstacles.
Okay. Let's say it is possible. How would you upgrade yourself?
I would get 6 arms.
Like Shiva?
Yes.
But you do understand that you won't be able to control them because impulses in your brain...
It's already been figured out.
In this very laboratory, they have developed an electronic hand, controlled not by a computer, but by a human brain.
Hi, I'm Talis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This one looks like an electric chair, and I hope it won't be dangerous.
Я надеваю на вас электроэнцефалографическую шапку. Она будет считывать сигналы головного мозга.
Kind of feel like an alien hockey player at this point. I got goo on my head. Looks like I have these hockey gloves, and I'm gonna open and close my wrists with my mind.
Сейчас перед вами на экране будут появляться инструкции. 3 треугольника. Вам нужно будет представлять движение правой рукой, когда загорится правый треугольник. Представлять движение левой рукой, когда загорится левый треугольник.
This device reads my thoughts and sends it just like a command to the chips embedded in the exohand. And then it controls my movements itself. To demonstrate this, I'll try to keep my hands away. It's unbelievable, but I really can run this device with my mind.
I really want to open my fingers, but thinking about opening my fingers is, when something is second nature, is really, really difficult. So I'm gonna see if I can give this left one a try one more time. Okay. See, not like I lost it. Okay, see, like immediately I get so excited that it's opening, I lose it. So that's pretty cool.
It might even mean that I'll still be able-bodied, even if my own hands don't work when I'm 150. Or I might even go beyond this. For instance, I might acquire superpowers.
I love that. Just imagine a person with a disability ending up with boundless abilities.
It's not about just a superpower. Doctors today already know how to restore eyesight for those who lost it.
This man had been living in total darkness for 20 years. Grigory Ulyanov was in his late 30s when he went blind.
В темноте плохо. Мне просто страшно все это говорить. Боюсь в темноте.
But in 2017, his life changed. Grigory Ulyanov became the first patient in Russia to get a bionic eye. Grigory Ulyanov had a chip implanted into his retina. A video camera embedded into these glasses sends a signal to the chip.
Дальше мозг разворачивает эту картинку и получает изображение. Какое это изображение? Вот на сегодняшний день это черно-белое изображение. Оно такое контурное, то есть оно нечеткое.
After 20 years, he returns to his shop floor where he used to work.
Я вижу! Это как металл льется. Вот, это металл. Красиво!
Today, microchips help to get an eyesight back. But in the future, I'm telling you, we're gonna have a real superpowers. For example, we'll be able to see in total darkness or have an X-ray vision.
Humanity won't be the weak, vulnerable, and confined species as it was before. In fact, I'll get to live out my dream as a superhero like Iron Man or Superman or Santa Claus. And then...
Oh, bless you. Unfortunately, bionic arms or infrared vision won't help you fight viruses, and especially bacteria. Here comes a horror story.
Scientists predict the outbreak of at least 37 viruses which are capable of annihilating humanity. Flu strains will mutate rapidly and start affecting the human nervous system and DNA. Moreover, those viruses will be resistant to any type of drugs known today.
But we've got something that might help. A pill to cure all diseases has been invented.
And this technology could actually help you live up to 150 years.
This is a laboratory in Krasnoyarsk. Here, robot technicians create microscopic robots which will be able to live in our bodies and treat diseases. There are millions of them on this plate. Are you ready to see them? Here is what a nanodisc looks like. It's so tiny that 50,000 of these put in a row are still thinner than a human hair. Each disc consists of gold and nickel layers and contains a biologically active molecule.
Он должен иметь две самых главных вещи, основных вещи. Это мотор, то, за счет чего он двигается в нашем организме, и, по сути, назовем это сенсор, за счет чего он распознает ту или иную ткань, которую мы хотим лечить.
Today, this white rat is our patient.
Where are we?
We're inside the rat. Aptamer gives us a ride. This is the molecule of RNA, the platform that doctors use to put medicine or nanodiscs on. And now, we are moving towards the enemy.
Our rat is put into a device with a magnetic field, which helps to operate nanodiscs.
Оптомеры с нанодисками уже добрались до опухоли и теперь готовы к терапии. Сейчас мы просто нажимаем кнопку, включаем магнитное поле и ждем 20 минут.
Look, there's our nanorobot. What's going on with it? It looks like it's turning into some kind of beast.
Don't worry, Talish. This is the way nanorobots fight sick cells.
According to futurologists, these nanorobots will not only treat diseases in 5 minutes, but they'll also open a whole new world of limitless opportunities for human beings.
Можно любую клетку заставить вести себя как угодно. То есть можно сделать так, что у человека вырастут крылья, вырастет чешуя, что он увеличится в размере в 10 раз.
To make this future a reality, scientists want to teach nanobots to reproduce themselves. How? For instance, they will create numerous mini copies of themselves based on protein cells inside the human body. Nevertheless, futurologists are skeptical.
All these technologies are kind of like nuclear power. They're extremely powerful, maybe positive, but we have to control them. If we cannot control what we do there, it may cause a chain reaction.
According to so-called gray goo theory, microscopic robots will first annihilate humankind and then die out themselves, as they'll have consumed all the energy sources.
Все вещество, которое вот мы вокруг видим, будет превращено в этих нанороботов, то мир будет таким вот бесцветным, однообразным.
Just imagine that such a scenario is possible.
Все нанодиски вышли из-под контроля. В результате хакерской атаки все, у кого они есть в крови, обречены. Осталось всего несколько минут. Лучшее, что вы можете сделать, это быть рядом со своими близкими.
Сынок, слушай внимательно.
Выйдешь из города, дальше пойдешь по карте. Держи. Так. Снимаешь предохранителя. Нажимаешь курок. Попробуй. Главное, помни, не плачь. Обещай, что сделаешь, как мы договорились.
Главное, запомни, мама с папой тебя очень любят.
Не плачь. Ты обещал.
What a terrifying future. They all died? What about living up to 150 years old?
This option is possible. But don't you think that longevity and superpowers have side effects? Anyway, future does not have a certain plan. We build it ourselves.
I'm Talish.
And I'm Kate.
And we've been talking about the future that's still covered in mysteries.
But we have time to solve them.